people who auto-follow, people who follow you and then expect to be followed back, and then when you don't, unfollow you. It's like, dude, really? Is it really that, like, are you that affronted by what I'm doing, not following you, that you have to unfollow? So yeah.
The one that I'm going to pick right now is when there are a couple people that are at a bar and they choose to use Twitter as a personal conversation tool with private jokes that are happening between I'm not saying you do this in particular.
People who claim to be experts that don't build anything or create anything and don't use their talents to help others rather than help themselves.
And my social media pet peeve is vague and meaningless status updates. Facebook. You never know what people are talking about when they say great day or something like that, so I hate that.
I think there was a great, someone was complaining, Ricky Van Bean, the CEO of Polytune, was complaining the other day, and I think it's a pretty funny observation. It's a faux, modest tweet, which is something like, you know, hey, who am I to be hanging out with all these celebrities at a celebrity party? I think that one's awesome. I do enjoy that faux, modest tweet.
I actually brought this up tonight. My biggest social media pet peeve is when people take pictures of their friends, this has happened to me, but then tag them in pictures where they look terrible. And it's very clear that they look terrible because there's a generosity and a really cool kind of social benefit and reward structure to, you know, taking pictures of your friends and sharing them. I do that all the time, but I'm always careful to make sure they're good pictures of them. And I've sometimes been tagged in bad pictures of me, and that's a big social media pet peeve.
My social media pet peeve are people who retweet you when you are out, like say for example we're here at our Mashable event, and then they retweet you of all the people you're with. I just don't understand that when they're across the country or elsewhere. I just don't understand it. My pet peeve.
Oversharing. I mean, I love people's pictures of their cats. I mean, once in a while, but when it's their entire world, cat pictures.
Interesting.
Yeah, just, I guess oversharing in general, it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable.
I don't think I have a pet peeve actually. You know, social media is, you're supposed to be out there and do whatever you want. You just ignore the people you don't want to spend time with on social media, right? They're easy to block.
The thing that bugs me, and maybe this is because my background is as a journalist, but when people retweet something without checking it out first, I guess, if it's like a rumor or something like that, they'll just retweet it and they won't even click on the link to really read the article, and then it just spreads and everybody has all this false information.
That it can be really circular, so basically it's just all the same people talking about the same things. I'd love to see more people sharing ideas across subjects. I think that would be the thing I'd like to see the most.
Well, I think that my pet peeve is probably no different than everybody else's, but I don't like spam. And you know, when there's just a lot of noise and there's information that's not relevant, that kind of bugs me. And then, like everybody else, I just don't like it when people tell me every single detail of their life. So that they're going to the gym, that they're eating potato chips, that they're sitting on the couch watching TV.
My social media pet peeve is people that tweet about completely useless things. Stuff like, you know, I'm going to the gym today, or I'm going to the bank. Like, who cares? Tweet about useful things.
Social media is my pet peeve. People who use it, people who talk about it constantly, people who claim to be experts about it, people who think that it's the magical cure for all your marketing or personal problems. I think, of course, like Mashable's the social media blog, we report a lot about social media, but it's a piece of technology, it's not the sum total of technology.
The thing I like to tweet most about is photography. I love inspiring others to take up photography and to take the best shots that they can.
The thing I like to tweet about the most is weird, awkward overheards. I love those, they're so funny.
People doing amazing things. We tweet people who are doing amazing things. Like I'm in Cambodia working with people who are at risk for prostitution, or people who just I made alone on Kiva or Butana. People who just kind of remind me why we're doing all of this.
And what I like to tweet about is I like to keep my friends I'd like to keep my friends informed about stuff I've been doing, like photo shoots and other useful events that are going on around town.
Food. That's it, just food. There's nothing more important in life than food.
High five.
News. Twitter is absolutely the best headline news service you could ever imagine. From a journalist standpoint, and I guess we're getting a little more serious here, it really is a massive data feed, and I love it for that. I mean, it is my daily news source, and it's super powerful. And so at Tech Flash, since we are in the news business, in the technology news business, I've always looked at Twitter basically as a headline writing service. And you can be a little more creative and fun with it, but at the end of the day, it's driving people to news. The thing I like are music and horror films.
Actually, you know what I love is twin pics of really pretty like views or landscapes or something that reminds you, that stops you in the moment and kind of like makes you gasp, and something that's really beautiful. I think that sometimes I'm so used to retweeting articles and sharing things, and then all of a sudden I'll be in a moment, or I'll have a thought that kind of moves me, and I share it and people like it, and that's kind of my favorite thing.
Tips for making your life better. I mean, it could be anything. Good quotes, inspiration, simple tips, good posts, anything that helps make life better or make self-improvement, I guess would be the key word to that.
The thing I like to tweet most about is the future of journalism. I know. That's me though. I love, like, I'm a news junkie when it comes to that kind of stuff, so that's what I love tweeting about and trying to share my thoughts on that. I know, sorry, that's not that fun.
Just marketing stuff. I kind of keep my Twitter professional, so I tweet about marketing, jargon, and good ideas.
I'd say the thing I like to tweet about most is social media. I do tweet a lot about that, like 100%.
The thing I like to tweet about the most is when I have kind of a burning question that I think other people could help me with, and it's kind of tied into either a passion or something I really want to get into. And then people actually help me with it, and it results in something cool. Like, for example, this week, I tweeted about how I have a very heavy city bike, and I bought it in the fall with the help of a friend, and a really great friend. It's a beautiful bike. And finally, this month, last month, I got around to actually commuting to work, which I've been wanting to do for a long time. The problem is, a bunch of people on other bikes would just whiz past me, and I felt kind of like a weakling. So I put out on Twitter and put out on Facebook, my bike is too heavy, I'm wondering if I should sell it, should I get another kind of bike? And then all these people kind of helped me out, and we started a conversation about what sort of bike would suit me best, for my commute and for what I'm looking for. And then this morning, somebody who replied on Twitter, who's Noah Alinsky, who at Ignite had done a talk about how to buy a bike and how to ride a bike, came out with me this morning to Capitol Hill, and I think we also went to the U District to look at a couple of stores and find a couple of bikes. So we came down to 2 finalists, and I think I'm probably going to get one of them. And anyway, that was really cool to tweet about because it resulted in some real action and some real collaboration, and it was so cool. So I like that.
We'll cut it off! You can't sticker! That's actually kind of funny. It's still like, I've never seen that before. Somewhat demystified. I don't think you're gonna ever be the same, Em. It's not gonna be the same. Oh well.